104.7 The Cave, Mike the Intern on the phone this morning with one of my favorite guys to talk to this time of the year. He is the lead guitarist, music director, jack of all trades, Al Pitrelli. How are you this morning, sir?
Good morning, my brother. I'm fine. How are you today?
I'm doing great. So, Little Bird told me you guys are about ready to disappear for a few weeks for rehearsals. For the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, of course. And before you do that, I wanted to get you back on the show one more time to kind of describe what's going on with this year's tour.
Well, I appreciate your time today, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Yeah, I'm out of here tomorrow morning. My wife has got my bag packed by the garage door and looking at me going, get out.
Time for you to go, sir.
Time for me to go. You know, I think she's tired of hearing me talk about the tour because that's all we've been doing since January, you know, meetings and Zoom conferences and sectional rehearsals and all this stuff because we want to make this year bigger and better and crazier than last year. And you and I have talked many times over the years, and I don't think I've ever disappointed you by saying it's going to be bigger than it was and better than it was.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Like I cannot oversell the fact that this is a thing for all ages. Your kids are going to love it all the way to your grandparents. And I took my grandparents to one of your shows a couple years ago in Kansas City, and I cannot thank you enough for the experience with them because you should have seen the look on my grandfather's face the entire time. I don't think he'd ever been in a room with pyro going off before in his life. You know, he's in his 80s.
Not that much pyro.
Not that much pyro. Maybe a little bit back in his early days, but dude, it blew him away. And they still this time of year they still bring it up. They're always like, man, that was one of the best shows in the world. And so yeah, if they loved it and I loved it, everyone's going to love it.
Everyone loves it. Listen, I don't know if we ever talked about it, but the first show I ever did was the first TSO show ever was at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia, right? Mm-hmm. And we had been selling a lot of records between 95 and 99, you know, and I felt like I was part of the Steely Dan of Christmas, you know, just make records and people buy them. I'm like, all right, awesome. You know, who's buying these records? Well, we found out because at that first show, the house lights went down and the stage lights came up, and I looked in the audience, and right in front of me in the first row was this older couple, like your grandparents, you know, and those crocheted reindeer sweaters people wear. And they were sitting there, you know, fists in the air, which I thought was, okay, this is strange. And right next to them was a dude wearing a Slayer hoodie.
Think about
that for a minute.
But that's the thing, though. It appeals to because everyone loves Christmas. Everyone loves Christmas. Whether you're the most hardcore metal dude in the world, I guarantee you're wondering what Santa Claus is going to bring you to your grandparents. Everyone in between. And so that's the thing about what I love the most about Trans-Siberian Orchestra is that, yes, you got the holiday stuff, but there's so much, like the musicianship is there, the writing's there, the performance, and then, of course, everything else on top of it with the showmanship. It's all there. You couldn't get a better holiday experience.
You know, and I love that you say that because you've seen a lot of shows in your life, and the fact that you're genuinely enjoying this one means everything to me. And like you said, the production is crazy, the musicianship, the songs, the story, the poetry, the narration, everything about it is over the top. And one thing I've noticed over the past couple decades of doing this is that everybody relates to the story. And I think that that's the centerpiece of everything is Paul O'Neill's beautifully written story, The Ghost of Christmas Eve. Because if you think about it, brother, everybody misses somebody, especially around Christmas time. You know, you can't get away from it. And I think that when the folks in the audience realize that the story can be their story and they relate to it, and if you insert their name or situation into Paul's work, it becomes about them and everybody else in the building. And I think that's the commonality that we all share when celebrating Paul's work.
Yeah, and
I just stand there and I'm just so proud of what it's become and continue to become.
It's such a great time. You guys are going to be, as far as close to us, Wichita, December 6th. You're in Oklahoma City, December 7th. You kind of pill around Texas in the South for a little bit. And then you're in Memphis, December 14th. Tulsa, BOK Center, great place to see a show, December 15th. Kansas City at the T-Mobile Center, 2 shows on the 16th. And that will be incredible. So, Al, I know you got a lot of playing to do in the next few months. Have a great time. As always, thank you for taking the time to call in. Good luck. I know it's a little bit early, but Merry Christmas, and thank you for continuing on this tradition every year. It's always a blast.
You're so welcome, my brother. Thank you for the time. Much love to you and the family. Have a great holidays and have a great trip. I hope that show is as great as you hope it is.
Me too, sir. Have a great day.